Hello, my hoes. How are you? So let's just talk about. Um, I have gotten back with my Manceras. Now I kind of like pulled away from buying Manceras because I just felt like, I real talk. I felt like, nah, I know they tired of seeing me with Manceras. But the reality is that let's just say it together. I'm a Mancera hoe. And so just recently I just had to get some new ones. Try some that I've been meaning to get, things like that. So let's talk about my new Manceras. Okay, so the first thing I bought was Fig Ecstasy because I don't I had a sample of it, kind of played with it, but I wasn't sure. And let me tell you, I actually really like this. It is like I love Pearl. Pearl is one of my favorites. It's a fig and rose. This is not. I think like I honestly have changed and I'm a little more open to other things. Now y'all know if it leans too masculine, I can't fuck with it. But this comes off very like clean. This is like the musk. It has a little spice in it because it has a little ginger, has a little pepper. It doesn't have a ginger. Yep, it has a little ginger, has a little pepper in it, and then you get the fig, but it's more like a philoxicose fig. You know what I'm saying? So it's more like the fig leaf, the fig itself. So it vibes like philoxicose, but it is not philoxicose because it has a spiciness to it, and as it dries down, it's got a little vanilla, so it's a little sweeter, but it still gives off this kind of clean vibe, and that's why I really do like it. So I know when y'all, the people who here who try Fig Ecstasy are going to be so surprised, but I will say this: understand that the more you try new things and the more you do purchase and sample or buy different types of fragrances, you do start liking other things on you. Like 2 years ago, no, this would have never been something I wanted. Never, never. Oh, so let me do this again. So this is Fig Ecstasy by Mancera. Okay, so then Max Aroma was having a sale. They were doing buy one get one free for Manceras. I think they did Montage too. But anyway, no, it was Moresque and they just didn't have two. Okay, never mind. It was so another conversation. But they have these 60 mils now. And I had all of a sudden these 60 mils are coming out on Manceras and I'm kind of digging them. So anyway, let's just talk. So I bought four. Cause honestly, when it all came out, it wound up these were like 40 some dollars a piece, y'all. I think I paid like 40 some dollars for them. Maybe right around 40 for each one. So it was a win for me, child. So anyway, this is Sicily. Now, Sicily is one that I had before. I had this. This is one of my first Manceras I purchased. And I enjoy the scent. I really do. It is like this juicy kind of appley. It's like a really good citrusy apple, kind of pineapple-y fruit punch. I love it. The problem I had when I got it was that I just felt like it was dying on my skin. And real talk, I was trying to be like everybody in the fragrance scoops and declutter a lot, and I started regretting it because I was like, I really do like it. And now I know how to like, probably enhance it. And maybe it was just that day or two or whatever. Maybe I just became anosmic to it. I don't know. But I really wanted it back. And at this price, I might as well get it. So that is Sicily. This one I have been thinking about for quite some time. So I decided to finally just pull the trigger, get it, because I don't know. You know how it is. You've been looking at one. I'm trying to get y'all the notes because y'all be saying I don't give y'all the notes. But anyway, this is Gold Incense. Now, let me just tell y'all this. Gold Incense is not what I thought it was going to be. I kind of looked at the notes, but I really didn't. But let me say this. This is not incense like what we think. We think frankincense. We think olibanum. We think churchy, right? This is incensey because, hey, if you are an incense person like I am, well, I'm more candles right now, but I've always bought incense over the years. You have different styles, different types. This does kind of vibe like an incense, but not that type of incense. It's more of the beauty supply incense, not in a bad way, because there's a brand that I used to buy only at the beauty supply. Really good brand, but I could only find it there. But anyway, this is more fruity. This is fruity and it's floral. So it was like more floral with a touch of fruit. And I was so surprised, but it is a really pretty fragrance. It is not, it isn't super, like, let me just say this. It isn't something that I'd be like, oh my God, you need to rush out and get. It's not Wild Python. But what it is a really beautiful, amber floral. It has this sweetness in it. And the florals are very beautiful. This is something that you could wear every day. This is something, but of course it's a Mancera, so you only go, you know, it's gonna last on you all day. But it's something that is not, it's an easy reach. It's something you could wear to work. It's something where you're not trying to, like, you know, stun on the hose too much, but just a little bit. This is what you will wear. You will wear gold incense because it's got a fruitiness. It's got this fruity, floral, sweet, kind of ambery. As it dries down, it gets powdery. So, you know, it's very, even though this is like marketed to men and I could see men wearing, it does lean slightly feminine especially when you get into that powdery vibe of it. But anyway, that is gold incense. Now this one, I don't know why I bought it. All right, so this one is wild fruits. I was going back and forth between this one and wild candy. Couldn't decide. And then I just decided on wild fruits. And it is wild fruits. It is kind of citrusy in the beginning. It's got like this really citrus zing to it. But it's fruity. That's what it is. A little floral. And as you wear it, it has musk and cedar. So as you wear it, it becomes musky on the skin. So it's like a fruity musk. Really cute. Once again, this is one of those things that you can wear every day. Nothing, it's not going to, it will be pleasant. You know what I'm saying? It's pleasant. It's pretty. People will compliment you on it because it does smell good. But it isn't like a standout. It isn't like wearing Rosendo Matu number 6. It's not wearing Lovely Garden. It's one of those things like, okay, if you want a really nice fragrance, but you want to be a tad bit different, you don't want to wear Dot. You don't, well, not Dot. You don't want to wear a Daisy. You don't want to wear La Vie Belle. You don't want to wear Edo. You want to wear something that people just cannot pinpoint, but you still smell good every day, and they're still going to be like, wow, that's really pretty. That's one of these. And if you like a fruitiness to it, but let me say, the fruitiness is not so body spray. You know, this is an elevated fruit. This is a more sophisticated, well done, because it's, you know, the fruits are still there, but they're not as just, you know, kind of synthetic-y, fakey kind of vibe. You know how sometimes you can get that? This is like, oh, okay, you got a fruity base on you, and then it's got the musk and that cedar, so it really does make it a lot more elegant and sophisticated on your skin. So that is wild fruits. Then we have, I'm acting like I ain't got that much to go. Okay, then we have this, which is Royal Vanilla. Now, I have been going back and forth with Royal Vanilla. I tried it years ago. Maybe my sample was bad. I don't know. But let's talk Royal Vanilla. Royal Vanilla, just being real with y'all, I now have 31 Manceras. I can say this. This is Rose's Vanille. This is very much like Rose's Vanille. However, here's the difference. Whereas Rose's Vanille is super sugary sweet, super in your face, and it's got that little tartness from the lemon, this is not. This is a tad more, the sweetness is a little toned down. And it doesn't have that lemon, that zesty lemon. It's a really toned down Rose's Vanille, which is a little more sophisticated. So I would say this is like, because Rose's Vanille is in your face. She not playing with y'all. but Royal Vanilla kind of elevates that Roses Vanille vibe and makes it a little more, it just makes it a little more sophisticated because it's not quite as in your face. It's a little more subtle, and that's what makes it a little different from Roses Vanille. But I'm telling you, if you have Roses Vanille and love it, you do not need Royal Vanilla. If you've tried Roses Vanille and it was a little too much, Royal Vanilla might be, but you kind of like that style, Royal Vanilla would be the one you want. Oh, and by the way, when it comes to Royal Vanilla, and that's why it won't come off as much, is that, okay, let me start this over again. All right, I'm gonna get rid of all of that. Okay, so let's talk Royal Vanilla. Royal Vanilla, I'm just being real with y'all, is very much like Roses Vanille. If you like Roses Vanille, you would like Royal Vanilla. They have some similarities. The difference is that Royal Vanilla is sugar, right? It's sugar, whereas Royal Vanilla does the same kind of vibe. Roses, it's got a little citrus in it. It doesn't have straight lemon, but it has citrus, so it gives it a little juiciness. But what it has is what am I looking for? It has caramel. Whereas this sugary sweet, this is more caramel. This is a little more sophisticated. So this is the sophisticated, elegant version of Roses Vanille. So what I'm saying is, and I know people are gonna be like, what? Listen, I went on to, because when I smelled this and I looked at the notes on Fragrantica, I was like, this does not smell like what it says. And then I went on Mancera's site and I was right, because they got like 5 notes when there's a whole note breakdown, which I will try to put right here so you can see what it is. And so it has this richness from the caramel, whereas the sugar in Roses Vanille, this is caramel. So it's a little richer, and as it dries down, it does become a little more powdery, and it has a little powderiness, a little muskiness. So that is the difference. So if you like Roses Vanille, you do not need to get Royal Vanilla. However, if you like that style of Roses Vanille and it was just a little too much, then I would suggest trying out Royal Vanilla, because it's the same kind of genre, that jammy sweet rose, but it is done with a little more richness, a little more depth. So that is Royal Vanilla by Mancera. Why did I say it like this, like it's ain't a Mancera video? That was real dumb. All right, next up are these two. Now, the bottles are, you're going to say, what happened to your bottles? Okay, I just got them, but I did a decant split in order to get them, because I wanted them, but I couldn't, I just didn't have the money. Okay, so this one I actually tried, and at first I didn't like it, and then I tried it again. I was like, oh shoot, I do like it. This is Tonka Cola. Now, if you're wondering where I got these from, I wound up purchasing them from a perfumer in Belgium. I will put it in the description. Remember, Louise put in the description. I'll put the link to in the description box if you are interested. Of course, these cost a little more because I had to purchase them from over there, but honestly, it was wonderful. I purchased these I ordered them on January 31st. I had them here December 31st. I had them by January 4th. Kid you not, at my door from Belgium. Okay. But anyway, this is Tonka Cola. This was going around the fragrance groups. Hunty. People was trying to, wanted to try this. I bought a decant of it. And like I said, at first I didn't like it, but now I do. So here's what it is. Real talk. It's a cherry cola. It's a Tonka cherry cola. So it's kind of vanilla-ish. It's like a vanilla cherry cola. That's exactly what it is. That's what they wanted. When they say it, that's what it is. The cherry stays around for a little bit, but then it goes away, and then you just get this kind of vanilla cola vibe. So you have to like that scent. You really have to like it, or it's not gonna work for you. All right. And it's got, and as it dries down, it's really got a little powdery vanilla, so it gets a little powdery on your skin, but it is really good. It is like ambery vanilla, like a little cola-ish. The cherry is, it has the Mancera cherry, like in wild cherry, but it's very much toned down. So it's not as strong, of course, as wild cherry, but it definitely has that toned down vibe of what it's got, that Mancera cherry that I actually like. So it's got a deep cherry to it, you know, that deep sour kind of cherry with Coca Cola, a little vanilla, and tonka beans. So it's kind of got this rich vanilla to it, you know what I'm saying? It's got benzoin, so it's really heavy on that vanilla vibe as it dries down. So you have to really like a vanilla cola vibe as it dries down. Oops, so that's Tonka Cola from Mancera. Now this last one, honey, I saw this one. I didn't even know this one existed. I ain't even gonna front. I don't know. I had not heard about it. And I don't know. I was looking at something. I was like, who was this? And this is Of the Wild. Now, can I say this? I need them to sometimes rethink these names, because this is like Wild Python. No, this is not Of the Wild. I'm just here to say this right now. And I know they're talking about mysterious and all this. No, 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 no. It is not. It is not. It is not. What it is a very flirty fragrance. It has strawberry in the beginning and pear. I'm sorry, it has strawberry, and it has a strawberry note to it, but the strawberry is really not too much. You know, sometimes the strawberries be taking over and it smells a little funny. No, this is just a hint of strawberry in it, and then it's a floral. It has a very, now let me say how it does vibe. It vibes similar to Wild Python, but not Wild Python. So it's that genre. So it's kind of like white florals, because it has orange flowers, it has jasmine, and it has a little, and then it has heliotrope in it. So it has this powderiness to it. So it's like this powdery, kind of fruity with the strawberry. And the strawberry does enhance those florals. So it gives it kind of like this fruity floral, really girly, very flirtatious. I would not call this Of the Wild. It is like, you know, like Good Girl Gone Bad. It's like on that genre where you're going, what? Why did you call it this? Because it's very flirty. It's very pretty. It's got that powdery elegance to it. When I put it on, when I was wearing it, I was like, no, this ain't it. Now, let me say this. This is cold. This is not made for the cold. This is definitely made. It's not like Mancera Diva Mode. It's not Oud Orchid where it's going to last and project even now. This is definitely spring and summer because it has a lightness to it. I can't wait to see how long it lasts during warm weather, because in the cold it ain't lasting. But I'm okay with that. But yeah, it's just like a really pretty, flirty vibe. You know, it vibes like LaBelle, like those, like Good Girl Gone Bad, very flirtatious, not sexy. And when I think of the Wild, I'm thinking, mysterious, sensual, very, I'm expecting it to just like hit my stuff, and I'll be like, whoa, yes. No, this is girly girl. This is brunch. This is lunch with the girls. This is, having tea, high tea. That's what this is. So this is Mancera's Of the Wild, but it ain't wild. All right, so that's it. All right, y'all. Have you tried these? Which ones do you like? I know a lot of you probably haven't tried Tonka Cola or Of the Wild, but yeah. I'm gonna leave that in there because I sounded goofy. But yeah, these are my latest Manceras. Let me know which ones you have. What do you think? I know I'm gonna get some stuff about Royal Vanilla because I know a bunch of y'all like it. All right, y'all. It's your Lulu, your perfume hoe. Be bold, be brave, be fearless, be free. Ho Squad out.